Hey, so I've spent 5 years in digital marketing, working with dozens of clients, a lot of seven-figure, eight-figure clients, and helping them out with their advertising, their online marketing. And I've learned that there are three commandments of online success. Every one of my clients that achieved amazing success, they followed these three commandments to a T. So this is for you if you run a business and you're using, you're basically trying to generate leads online and you're getting some results, but you're not getting those amazing results you want. You might be, struggling to be profitable with leads online. You might be struggling to scale up. Whatever it may be, these three commandments will definitely help you. So let's move on to commandment number one. Commandment number one is know thyself. Now, this commandment, what it means is you need to know what your position is in the market, what your messaging is, what your customers' deepest desires are, and you have to be able to speak to them in a manner that really, they feel really understood. So I'll give you two examples. I'm sure you've heard of Equinox and Planet Fitness. Equinox is a luxury gym, while Planet Fitness is all about being very cheap, being judgment-free, and kind of appealing to the lowest common denominator. So the reason both gyms succeed is because their messaging is very congruent. It's very in line with what they're about, and they speak to their customers in a very clear manner. So luxury gym for elite people. That's pretty much what Equinox is. That's their message. It's a very simple message. You can understand it in seconds. Planet Fitness's message is very simple. No judgment, everybody's welcome, and it's affordable. That's why their colors and their branding and logo as well, it's not like the prettiest branding or the prettiest logo, but it just signals that, okay, we're here for everyone. And because of this, these two gyms are successful. Very clear, very simple messages that speak to their target niche. Now, here's the thing. If you are basically able to speak in a very clear manner, people will easily understand it. And if they easily understand it, they will accept it. They will be more likely to purchase from you. Because here's the thing. In psychology, there's a phenomenon called cognitive ease. And what that means is if something is really easy to understand, we just automatically just accept it. If it fits into our worldview, it goes into our brain and we're receptive to it. If it's confusing or if it's complex, we don't like that. Human beings are weird in that way. We don't like tough things. We don't like to think too much. So that's why it's important to have a clear and simple message. Now, how do you create your message? So here's the way I want you to think about it. You have to find the intersection of what your unique strong points are, what your customers really, need and desire on a deep level, and also what the market, what opportunities are available in the market. So, for example, when I say that, you really need to understand your customers deeply, what that means is you have to look beyond the surface layer of what they want and look at the deep layer of what they want. So, if you're a wedding baker, you don't sell wedding cakes, you sell the experience of an amazing wedding in the form of the cake, because the cake is an integral part of the wedding. If your marketing is just focused on, oh yeah, my cake is the best tasting cake in town, alright, that's decent, but to really get those premium clients, you have to tie it in with the experience, and you have to, instead of speaking to, the 30-year-old woman, you have to speak to basically her younger self that's been hoping for this wedding for 10-15 years or whatever it may be, right? You have to really go deeper into your customer psychology to understand what they're about. Now, that basically sums up commandment number one. Commandment number two is different because it's focused on numbers, it's focused on quantifiable basically metrics. And commandment number two is know your numbers. So what that means is you need to know exactly how much you're paying per lead from each campaign you're running, from each traffic source. You should know what you're paying per lead from SEO, from Facebook ads, from LinkedIn, from wherever you're getting your leads. Then you should also know your customer lifetime value. You should know your value of a lead within 3 months, within 6 months, within 12 months of them entering your list or making contact with you. You really have to understand those numbers. Because here's the thing. A lot of businesses, they don't put thought into it, and because of this, they're not able to scale. For example, I've had a client in the past in the home services industry, and he's, as much as I tried, he would not want to, really sit down and talk about the value of his customers. He was just like, hey, just keep getting me these leads, keep getting me these leads. But here's the thing. If you don't sit down and talk about the value of those customers, how do you know how much you can spend on Google AdWords? Sure, you can say a quantifiable metric like $20, but if you're going to be making like hundreds of dollars, you might as well just pay a bit more for per lead and just completely get a lot more leads so you can scale faster. And yeah, if you know those numbers, you can make data-driven decisions. You can figure out where to put your money and where to stop putting your money. They used to have an old saying that half of marketing works, we just don't know which half. That's not true anymore. And you have to know which half, which 1%, which 3%, etc. And that percent that works, just go all in on that and just try to scale it up as much as possible. So that's commandment number 2, know your numbers. Commandment number 3 is sell to the right person at the right time. There are 2 types of business owners. The first type of business owner only really cares about just selling. Just selling, selling, selling. They don't really care about giving value to their customers. They just want to get straight to the sale. They might be really good at what they do and people might be happy, but they don't want to do stuff like write content, make videos. They don't want to, give that value in advance, which is a shame, because giving that value in advance builds trust, increases conversion rates, and also increases the quality of customers. It increases the lifetime value, and you can also, sell them more higher priced stuff. The second type of person is the exact opposite. They don't want to sell at all. They simply just want to give value, and they're just too scared to sell. They're apologetic when they're selling. When they have to actually give their customer a quote, they're almost sorry that they have to give a quote, and they just can help out for free. Now, here's the thing. That doesn't work, because your business needs to be profitable. You need to sell, and you need to make sure you're selling over and over to your customers, and you need to be charging the prices that kind of ensure you're profitable. And if you don't do that, then your competitors can acquire more customers because they can spend more to acquire each customer. They have a bigger profit margin. It doesn't matter if they need to spend $40 instead of $20 because they're still going to make more money on that. So ultimately, you can't scale, and you can't really build that dream business. So it's really a combination of both. You have to both sell and you have to both give value. You have to, at certain times, you have to just be very focused on getting the sale, while at other times you have to be very focused on giving value. And that's how every online sales funnel works. That's how every real life sales funnel works. Even the best marketers, the best salesmen, they always have this. They always build trust. They always give value in advance. Then they ask for a small action. Then they ask for a bigger action. And then that's how it goes until the customer is basically giving them a lot of money, because they've built that trust. They've taken them through that customer journey. And understanding this and really, really analyzing it and seeing how it works in your business is important. If you're a dentist, what can you do to get people into the door so they become long-term customers? If you are, basically a plumber, can you offer some sort of deeply discounted service to get them in the door? But the main thing is you have to really think about how you're going to create that funnel, how you're going to create that marketing funnel where they come from, they don't know you at all, to them paying premium prices to get you specifically. And that's also how you become irreplaceable, because you just have a relationship and they're not going to want to go with another guy who they don't know. So those are the 3 commandments. And here's the thing. Obviously, these 3 commandments, if you run with them, they'll help a lot. But you're probably wondering, okay, how do I actually implement this? I may be the business owner, but I don't have the time to do all of this. I don't have the expertise. I've spent years doing online marketing, so I know it's tough to learn. So here's what I'm doing right now. I'm offering 15 businesses a free 1-hour marketing diagnosis. Now, it has to be 15 qualified businesses. You must own a real business, and I must be able to see that, I can help you. So what you have to do is click the link below, you submit your name and email, and you'll get a few questions. And once you answer those questions, I'll let you know if you're qualified, and if you're qualified, we'll get on a call. This typically costs $297, but because I'm doing market research for a new project, I'm doing this for free for 15 select businesses. So click the link below, and I hope you enjoyed this video.